Hey, welcome back to the channel. We took a really long journey to find some really cool flowers to photograph in macro for you today. I'm kidding. I'm being very sarcastic. We're literally right in my front yard where the flowers are popping up. And I thought about going out to another location that we pre-scouted the other day, but my allergies and my head are just bugging me today. It's that time of year when the allergy glass fills up for me, so it makes it harder to do things. So I'm kind of happy that we have some wildflowers and some volunteer flowers in our front yard that I can come out and do some macro work with for you. So for this first composition, I've got this lone flower, and I'm focused in on the stamen in the middle of the flower. Hopefully it turns out okay, because I've got so much glare coming off the LCD on the back. I'm not sure that it's in focus, but I think it's in focus. So I'm going to walk you through the composition really quick while it's quiet, because we just had a diesel truck go by, so we should have a little bit of time. I'm focused right in there, right on the stamen. There's a little bit of movement, so I've had to open up my aperture a little bit so I can get a little bit better shutter speed in hopes of freezing the little bit of breeze that's hitting the flower. My intention with this is that stamen should be sharp, and then the focus should just fade out onto the petals. I'm using the 1.8 Nikkor lens with the Nissi close-up filter again. I'm finding that this thing is pretty darn good. I may actually get daring and put it on the 70-300, which it should work on, and might give me little less sharp results because this is not a prime lens. It's a long telephoto, 70-300. Those tend to lose sharpness at the extreme edges of their range. So we'll try that here in just a sec. I may actually just do it here on the same subject. Okay, so I slapped on the 70-300 mil. I'm at 70 millimeters. I had to bump my ISO to 400 in order to get a 1/800th of a second shutter speed. I may need to bump the ISO again. I'm kind of working the exposure triangle to give me the best shutter speed to reduce wind blur in the image. So by bumping my ISO, because I'm at the widest open this lens will go for an f-stop, I've got to move my ISO so that I can increase my shutter speed. So we'll see how this one turns out, and if I have to, I'll bump the ISO to 800 and then 1600. I can actually go probably up to 6400 without introducing any noise. So we'll just see how this turns out. Okay, so I did one more at 70 mil. This time I bumped the ISO up to 800, and that allowed me to speed up my shutter speed to, what is it, 2,000th of a second. A little bit of a migraine going, so I feel like I'm slurring that speech a little bit. But I'll put the stats up when I show the images here in just a second for you. thanks for coming along on this really short trip and really short video today about macro photography in your own front yard. Amazing what you can find. Thanks for coming along, and we'll see you next time.